as you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Special teams, let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On first down, Peyton. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's complete to Sanders. Oh, good move. And he goes out right around the 39. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back if he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 89 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Off play action. Peyton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain. But at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the pressure. Gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I just love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Pick up a 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Sanders. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Peyton. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be out upwards
into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. Peyton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain then. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Peyton. It's caught. Smith. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see
touchdown. Great play. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all total. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And here comes Diggs. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to roam now. Escapes the defender. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 19-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
The ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes. Off to the races and into the end zone.
Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot. It's following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And here comes Diggs. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Thunderbirds are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Mike, 53.
Looking to throw. Peyton. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, that's into
Searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Back to throw. Peyton. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Eagles on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can win the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Looking to pick up some steam, generate some steam right now. Down to the scoreboard and struggling a bit.
And sometimes you have to find it from places you don't ordinarily get it. Not necessarily just going back and throwing the football. Maybe use your legs a little bit. Maybe rely on some teammates, get the ball in their hands. Anything to try and generate a spark. The bottom line, he has to play a lot better.
Yeah, he does. He's got the 2 INTs and the 1 touchdown pass so far. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious This decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball well. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for the risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
On 3rd and 2, Peyton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peyton. And this one complete to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the defense has come up with it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Being able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Right back to him on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away from evening this one up.
No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And a stalemate. We're all even on the scoreboard. These 3 turnovers we get a look at. One of the reasons we're tied.
I think without them, we're probably looking at an entirely different scoreboard, aren't we?
Absolutely.
They have really played well and kept their team in the game, tied up now. Their goal, of course, to get that key turnover that puts their team back in the lead.
Now they're looking for, I guess, a fourth turnover. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Peyton. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it.
Why don't you just start over?
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Peyton out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
53, check 53. They can't hang with us.
Back to throw again. The Sanders has got it complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The 20. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 61 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. He'll buy some time right, and they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Come on, let's go. Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see they are out in front in that one. A couple of touchdowns there for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half?
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown!
Yeah, we dominate today.
Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing deep.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Looking to throw. Peyton. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
A beautiful fake. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
116 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run out of the gun with Camara. Camara's got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's Camara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
that catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Camara. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Camara fighting through. And he'll juke. And down inside inside the 15 he goes.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
From the 4, it's second and a couple. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Thunderbirds get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another run here with Sanders.
And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Tressway now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Peyton wide open as Watkins. He's got him. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Philly. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped it forward.
Under pressure, they got him again. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Room to run past midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play call. Because a 1-play drive, they throw an interception.